Hi, my name is Nick Sutton, and I'm delighted to be directing my third ACC course. This film is about loneliness, a subject that can affect all of us at some time. We will be delivering two versions, one for the UK and one for Australian audiences, and this is a developing level course. What's ironic about loneliness is that you can be lonely even when you're surrounded by people. Essentially, it's a state of mind, and it can affect anyone at any time, and can come out of the blue. Being in a crowd can sometimes be the loneliest place on earth, and that's why this film is entitled Loneliness, Alone in a Crowd. The aim of this course is to firstly identify the differences between loneliness, solitude, and isolation. Secondly, highlight the issues of loneliness within care homes. And thirdly, outline approaches to reducing the effects of loneliness on residents. By its very nature, loneliness is something that is very individual, and it's often attributed to a sense of loss. And that can be the loss of a partner or a friend, it can be the loss of independence, for instance, moving into a care home. It could be the loss of confidence, perhaps after a fall, or it could just be the loss of a daily routine. There is no set physical medical training or an acronym of best practice to adhere to, but there is a proposed model of support. Prevent, respond, and restore confidence. And these are the three key points that we really want to highlight throughout this film. How to recognise and prevent loneliness, how to respond to it within the care home, and thirdly, how to restore confidence in an individual so that they can feel that they can move forward in a positive mindset. And of course, it's important to point out that solitude is not the same as loneliness. And some people prefer solitude at certain times of the day or night. So, what are the narrative devices that we're going to use in this course? There's three things. We're going to use verbatim comment, we're going to use our subject matter expert, Sophie Andrews, and we're going to use dramatic reenactment. Now we're going to do some research at the care home and get some interviewees to talk to us on camera about their experiences of loneliness. So that's going to be one vital source of information. The second, and quite unique, is our access to silverline.org. Silverline is a UK-based charity that offers up free and confidential helpline information, friendship and advice to older people. Their focus has been on people living in the community, but they are keen to raise the profile of a friendship service in the care home setting. They have been conducting a project over the last few years called Silver Letters. Through this project, they have been gathering hundreds of letters from older people recounting their tales of loneliness and how they overcame it or how they came to terms with it. Referencing specific details in these individual letters will give the course a real sense of authenticity and will engage the viewer more. Secondly, we will be interviewing our subject matter expert. Firstly, on camera, simply to establish her for the live transmission in the UK. Secondly, we want her to deliver a certain amount of content about the realities of loneliness in the community and in the care home setting within the UK and Australia. Give us some statistics, some facts, and a sort of overall perspective of the issue. She will also discuss certain initiatives and approaches that have come out of the silverline.org, approaches about volunteering, volunteers within, as residents, volunteering to help other residents, so a peer-to-peer system. Also changing the language around loneliness and changing the language from befriending someone to actually talking about friendship. So finally, our creative hook. And we've called it our lounge tableau. And we're going to create a dramatic setting focusing on three characters within a busy lounge room tableau of activities. And by focusing in on three particular individuals, we will also establish the dilemma of feeling alone when you're within the crowd. So using jump cuts, quick dissolves, or maybe some lock-offs with blurred motion, we will focus in on our first character. And as we move towards them, using some visual techniques, everyone else will kind of disappear and will be left with that person alone. You may use sound as well, for instance, keeping the sound of the crowd, but all the people in the room disappear, so that our one character is left alone, continuing their activity, but in isolation. And using voiceover and verbatim comments, we will then move in to look at their story. So the pattern of returning to the lounge and following our 3 case studies helps us also highlight the 3 points of the model of support: prevent, respond, and restore confidence. So then finally we will return to Sophie in interview, and she will further strengthen the case for sort of new approaches, highlighting some of the benefits of Silverline's initiatives within the community, Silverline's strategies of finding local, no-cost or low-cost initiatives, looking again at the way care homes organise their activities, integrate social links, use technology to establish contacts over long distances. But it's also important to remember that loneliness is individual, and everybody, arrives feeling lonely for different reasons. And it's important that the care home staff recognise that and tailor their responses to the individual in an individual way. And finally, we return to the lounge room tableau. But now, knowing what we know about our 3 main characters, we realise that they are all at different stages of the process, different stages of their journey away from being alone in a crowd. So what now? Well, our writer Ivan Randall will be contacting Silverline and researching some of those unique stories. But I, for one, am really excited about what he's going to unearth, and I'm looking forward to the next stage of this project.